Okay, so, yeah. This is the hilarious hot dog story in which I almost died. This happened 1 week ago today. We went camping at, what is it called? Krause Springs is what it's called. It's near Marble Falls. We camped there 2 nights, 3 days. We get there kind of late, set up the tents, set up to get the fire going, get everything going, and we're cooking hot dogs and hamburgers. And Jenny rather had bought a bunch of turkey dogs. And at this time it's dark, it's late, it's probably 8 o'clock, and everybody's hungry. So we start cooking, and I decide I'm hungry and I just want to eat, so I'm going to grab a couple dogs. So I go over to Mondo, I get a couple dogs, and I roast them over the fire. I sit down and eat them. And I should have pulled out. So I sit down to eat them, and I asked Jenny, like, what brand of hot dogs are these? Because they're really good. And she's like, I don't know. I was like, cool, so whatever. I was like, just kind of make a note, buy this brand of hot dogs again because they're good. And everybody eats. We start cleaning up, and I go to put the food back in the cooler, and I noticed my turkey hot dogs are still there, unopened. And I'm like, oh shit. Mondo brought hot dogs, and I go look, and he bought these ballpark all beef, the good beef, whatever it's called, hot dogs. And I'm like, oh man, I haven't eaten meat. I think at this point it's been about 8 years I haven't had any beef or pork or anything. I only eat chicken and turkey. And usually when I eat something with red meat in it, I get stomach upset and I might throw up. So I told Jenny I'm probably going to throw up. I'm probably going to be sick. Just don't tell Mondo, because he's gonna be, he's the one that gave me the hot dogs. He's the one that bought the hot dogs. He's probably going to be he's probably not going to feel real good about getting me sick. So that night, I'm laying in my sleeping bag, and under my arm starts itching. I'm like, God, it itches really bad. So I get a wipe, I kind of clean up, and I have some Benadryl lotion. I put that on underneath my armpits, and I change my shirt, and I lay back down. It still itches. I'm not gonna scratch it because it just makes it worse. And then the palms of my hands start itching. I scratch. It's like, oh, it feels so good to scratch, and I stop, and I'm like, now that's worse. And then my scalp and my head start itching, and then my whole body just feels like it's on fire, like absolutely on fire. And I'm laying there like I can't scratch it, and I'm starting to get these chills going down my body. And then my arms and my legs start spasming, and my watch starts, my watch feels real tight. My arms are swelling up, my legs, everything's swelling up, and I'm like, oh my God, I got into something. I don't know what this is. I was like, this can't be because I ate meat, right? And I'm getting a little bit of acid reflux. And it doesn't feel like I need my inhaler, but it feels like I might need my inhaler eventually, which probably wasn't good. So I'm just laying there. I'm laying there. It's for probably a couple hours. I can't go to sleep because I'm in so much pain, and my legs, my arms, and everything are my legs and my arms are like twitching and just spasming. It's going crazy. And finally, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta get some water. I gotta do something. I can't just freaking lay here. So I get up. I walk out of the tent. I walk 2-3 steps, and I feel just this overwhelming sense of dread, and I feel horrible, just absolutely just just horrible. And I've had this feeling before, and it was when my blood pressure dropped really low. But at that point, I didn't think of that. I was just, you know, when your blood pressure's low like that, you can't think. But all I was thinking was like, I need water, and I don't feel good. So well, like I said, I got out of the tent, walked 2 or 3 steps, and I'm like, I gotta sit down, lay down something. There's a folding chair, so I sit down in the folding chair, and I sit there and I kind of lean forward a little bit, and I was like, this isn't right. I gotta lay down. So I lean back in the chair, and I'm like, no, I gotta lay down. I gotta do something. And then that's the last thing I remember. I remember that's not exactly true. I remember it just felt like someone tapped me in the back of the head like that. And then I woke up in the grass. I woke up and I sat up and I felt the grass under my hand. And I look around. It's almost a full moon. It's pretty bright. And I look around. I'm like, and I say it out loud. I say, how the fuck did I get out here? 'Cause at first I don't remember. Like, I thought I was in my sleeping bag. And then I start thinking. I'm like, oh, I remember. I got up out of the tent because I was thirsty, and I remember the whole thing. And I remember until the point where I sat down. And apparently, I got up and I made a step because I was like if this is an overhead view, the tent is like right here, and I walked out to the chair, and I sat on the chair, and the chair is facing that way, and I was beside the chair, so I must have got up, took a step, and just because I was beside the chair. I have no idea. The chair's still sitting there. It's not like I fell out of the chair. The chair's still up. Anyway, I'm in the I'm in the grass and dirt, and I'm like, how the hell did I get here? And I remember, and then I kind of feel like after, like when you have a stomach bug or something, and you know you're going to throw up, and you don't want to throw up, and you feel really bad, and then you throw up, and after you throw up, you're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I still feel like shit, but I feel so much better. That's how I felt. I felt like a little bit, I felt better, because probably my blood pressure went back up. I have no idea how long I was laying on the ground in the dirt. No idea. So I probably sit there for like 5 minutes, and it's cold, and the wind is blowing on me, and it feels so good because my body still doesn't feel like as much like it's on fire, but it still feels, I'm hot, and I'm not getting the cold chills, and I'm not spasming anymore, but I still feel, itchy and everything, and that cold wind just felt so good. And I laid there, I sat up, I sat there for probably 5 minutes or so, and I called for Jenny. Didn't wake her up. If I was a smart man, I would have just yelled for help. Anyone, come get me, because I'm in the middle of the fucking dirt. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what happened, but I didn't. I'm not a smart man. I didn't call for anybody. After a few minutes, I finally feel good enough. I walk back into the tent. I go to sleep after I hit my head, right? Smart. Go back to the tent, fall asleep. And then I tell Jenny in the morning, you're not going to be happy with me. I did something last night, and you're not going to be happy. And I told her the story, and she wasn't happy, shockingly. And, yeah, look it up. And apparently, there is a syndrome, alpha-gal syndrome, alpha-gal allergy, which is an allergic reaction to the alpha-gal protein in mammalian meats. And every single one of those symptoms that I had is a checklist for the alpha-gal allergy: the itching, the low blood pressure, the hard, it might be hard to breathe. Every single symptom I had, straight down the list, the alpha-gal allergy. So apparently I'm allergic to mammalian meats, and I knew throughout the years, whenever I ate red meat, I would get, I'd just feel sick, nothing like that. I've never had the itching and the burning and the, my whole body on fire thing before. And I had acid reflux, of course, and my stomach hasn't been right in the last week. Finally, I still have some acid reflux there, but I didn't poop for 2 days, and it was constipated for a couple days, and then it was just diarrhea for a while, and finally things have settled down there. But let me get those to check, and some stickers. So that's kind of settled down, but yeah, I now have in my bag, got my inhaler on there. I got a bag, and I've got EpiPens in case I accidentally ingest meat, red meat specifically. You know, pork never did that to me. I've had a little bit of pork, like pork mixed in with beans and stuff. It doesn't affect me at all. So I'm going to an allergist. They're going to test me to see what it says. But yeah, so I think I'm allergic to red meat, so that's fun. But yeah, that's the funny hot dog story in which I almost died. So all right, I'll upload this, and probably missed a couple others I need to upload. I don't do this very often. Okay, love you. Bye.